to look something up, or I used a calculator. But I'm saying in a school setting where I'm supposed to be learning, I want to make sure I'm getting something out of it. Even if it means I have to flunk a test that everybody else passes. But you know what? I'm flunking a test because I did it with my head. They passed it because they did it with a calculator. So at the end of the day, these people are, maybe moving on to bigger and better things, but they're still, in ways as dumb as a box of rocks because they used the machine to pass and you didn't. So even though they passed, you might still be more, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, I'm just like that. I would rather fail at something knowing that I did it the right way. And it's not even about being honest either. I mean, of course that's definitely part of it, but it's just I like to do things the right way. I don't know. It's just who I am. I've always been that way. I'd rather, you know, it's kind of like when with these professional athletes or whatever. I mean, it might even go on in college. College isn't even really that competitive, like, because a lot of college players go on to become doctors and dentists, or lawyers, or vets or whatever. I mean, how many college athletes actually become professional? I mean, look that up. It's not a very high percentage at all. So you find it, I would assume, way more so in the pros. I mean, it's kind of like a professional player taking steroids to excel in his sport. Some people say, well, steroids, it doesn't make that much, but it makes a difference though, because if it didn't make a difference, these players wouldn't put their careers and their reputations on the line for just a little enhancement. Do you realize what happens to a player that gets caught with steroids? They can go to jail. They really, really can, depending on the situation. And not to I mean, it ruins lives, man. Really. It's not just a little enhancement. Nobody's going to sit there and take that kind of risk for just a little enhancement. That's just, that's a bunch of hot air, you know? But, you know, um, it's just like, kind of like a player, um, taking steroids to make him, a better player, or more, give him more power, or for whatever reason he's taking it, he's getting an edge. That's kind of like, a calculator or a smartphone would do in school, you know. Be the type of person that says, you know what, if I wanted to, I could break out my smartphone right now and ace this test. But just keep in mind that it's your phone doing that, not you. Because one day these phones, I'm telling you, these phones are not going to be, accessible. And what are you going to do? I just want to make sure that you have a head on your shoulders when it counts, you know. Because a lot of people, you take away their cell phone and they're sitting there with their thumb in their mouth, thinking, what happened? Like, what do I do now? And I don't want that to be you. It might sound stupid for me to say something like that, but it's the truth, really. So just be that person, be that person where, um, where you just do the right thing, and it's not about trying to, it's not about trying to be better than anybody. It's just about doing the right thing first of all. Don't cheat. It's not right. If you're gonna fail, look, fail. I would rather fail, knowing that I did the right thing while failing, versus excelling and just doing it and cheating. Because when you cheat, you're not excelling. You're just fooling yourself and everyone else. It's fake. It's being fake. It's being fake. That's what it is. Just do the right thing. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to sit here and talk your head off about it. I'm just saying, well, do whatever you want to do. But that's just the way I was. I mean, nowadays, sure, I'll use a calculator. What do I have to lose? I mean, really. But when I'm being judged, as far as a test, well, let's do the right thing here. Just put the dumb phone somewhere. And I mean, honestly, they probably don't even let you guys carry your phones in schools, but really, they didn't let us carry our pagers in school. How many times did I have a pager hanging out of my pocket? Come on now, really. Why did I have a pager? That didn't even make sense. Nobody's going to page me in school. That was so dumb, because I was with everybody who would have paged me. I don't know. I just did it because I did it. I don't know why. But one day I got caught with my pager, and they took it away and they gave it to the principal, and I mean, I didn't get in big trouble, but I think there was one day they didn't want to give it back to me or something. Um, it's a faded memory. I don't even know. But the hall monitor called me, and he's like, "What are you doing with this thing?" I don't know. I just have it. Oh, give it to me. Come back, after school. Come pick it up or whatever. Um, so I would assume it's the same way with the smartphones, but really, how many people really listen to that rule? I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't listen to it with my pager, so I would assume more people didn't listen. Really, I mean, you guys have more of a reason to have your smartphones on you in school than a pager that's not going to tell you something, nothing but a phone number. Your smartphone will sit there and make sure you pass your test. I mean, to sit there and flunk a test with a smartphone, you got to be a special kind of person. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but if you're trying to cheat and you have a smartphone in front of you that's smarter than you are and you still don't pass that test, then buddy, come on now, really. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's fate. Maybe it's just God telling you, kind of smacking you upside the head saying, bro, don't do this. I don't know. I'm sure there's people out there that have. Maybe. But in any case, don't be like that. Do the right thing. That's all I'm saying. So, wow, an hour, huh? I pulled this out for an hour. Oh, anyways, so, just have some integrity. That's all I'm saying. That's the bottom line. Have some integrity, not because you're trying to be better than anybody else, but have integrity because that's just the way you are as a person. That's all. That's all. It's not about being perfect. It's not. Just do the right thing because it's the right thing. Let everybody else be meatballs. You do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. That's all. That's all you have to do is just do the right thing. And the right thing, look, I'm not trying to talk your head off about God, but it is what it is. That's you want to know the right thing to do, it's in the Bible. That's all I'm going to say. So I don't know if you have a car now. I don't really know. I mean, you're 16 going on 17. I'm sure you're driving by now. I don't know. I see. These are questions I don't know. I don't even have any answers to. So it's not like I can sit here and say, hey, where are you working or anything. I don't know. I mean, are you working? I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? I mean, not every 16-year-old is working. Maybe next year. I don't know. I didn't get my first job until I was 17. I was in high school. I was a junior in high school. Oh, boy, this cough is crazy. I was a junior in high school when I was 17. I worked at a Tops. I was a cart boy. Yeah, I already told you about this. I walked out of there, man. I was working, and my friends were hanging out and having fun, and they used to come and they came and visit me a couple times or whatever, and I just felt like, I don't know, like, dude, I'm here, I'm 17, I'm working all the time. Like, if I'm in high school, I go to school 5 days a week, and I have to come here all the time. It was only part time. It's not like I was working full time or anything, but still, I mean, come on, man. That's 4 hours I could be spending with my friends. My friends are stopping by, talking about, hey man, what's up? How you doing? And one day I just got a little, tempted one day. I'm like, goodbye, Tops, and then I hung out with my friends. I dealt with the consequences when I got back, but man, what are you gonna do? I mean, whatever. It's not like I was a grown man and I had a family to support and I'm sitting there blowing off some career or something. I was a little kid. I worked at some little rinky-dink job, and I mean, look, I'm not trying to downplay a job. I'm not saying that. Never, ever, ever, ever do something like that. I'm just telling you what I did. I'm not suggesting you or anybody else do that because that's not right. But yeah, I mean, I worked at Tops, and I don't know. I kind of looked around me, and I mean, the job was so easy. I mean, all I did was walk around and push carts. I mean, the hardest part about that job was if I got a long row of carts, I really had to try my best to, but like those cars could be heavy when you get a lot of them in a row. And then you know, at the end of my shift, I had to do a lot check. You know, what's called a lot check. Just go around and make sure there was no debris like trash or carts, or I had to go on the side of the store, the back of the store. You know, it was a Tops International on Transit in Depew. It's still there, I'm sure it is. But I worked there when I was in high school. Um, um, so yeah, it's whatever. But that was when I was 17, so I don't know if you're working yet or not. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I don't know what you really want to do with your life. I don't know, because I don't know you. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to add to this. We're kind of getting up there with the time. It's only a matter of time before this video just kind of cuts off. Oh, la la la. It's gonna take such a long time to upload these videos, man. Wow. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's my video to you, and it will be uploaded. It will be uploaded for you on YouTube. And obviously I don't need to sit here and keep repeating the, the what do you call hashtag or the category, because it's obviously if you're looking at it, you know what topic it's under. So but I don't know, I think I pretty much covered everything. Let me see. I don't know. What else to talk to you about, Mackenzie? I got some messed up bottom teeth, don't I? Man, I was supposed to get braces when I was younger, but it never happened. My parents just kind of copped out on me for some reason. Whatever. It's okay. Whatever. My top teeth are nice and straight, but just and it's not even my whole bottom. It's just the first few. But whatever. It's it's the way God made me, so I'm cool with that. And that brings me to my next point. Here is something I can say. Never let anybody make you feel bad for the way that you are. Because first of all, you're beautiful. Not because I say so, but because that's the way God made you. And I say that to say this. That's the way God made everybody. When I say you're beautiful, I mean you were made in God's image. Everybody was made in God's image. And, never let anybody make you feel bad for the way that you are. Because there's people out there that are going to, just kind of try to talk about you, even when you're an adult. Like, you might think, well, I'm just, a certain age right now, but down the road, when I become an adult, it won't be that way. I guess what I thought that way too, but adulthood is just like a big high school. It is. It doesn't change, Mackenzie. It doesn't change. Instead of judging you, it's worse. It really is worse. Don't ever. There's no such thing as a grown-up in this world. There is, but not too many of us are. We just kind of bear the title, and, we think we're grown up because we're a certain age. It never happens for a lot of us. It's just the way it is. And look, I'm not being mean about it. It's just I don't want you to sit there and think that you won't have to put up with this stuff, judgmental people, or, it's just, well, I just, because a lot of people think like that. I know I did, I'm sure other people did too. I'm not the only one. I'm not from Mars. I'm from the same planet as everybody else, but never, ever, ever let anybody make you feel bad for the way that you are. And that goes for anybody, you're made in God's image, what I mean by that is God made you for a purpose. He made, your nose or your eyes or your lips or, your fingers or whatever, just the way he wanted to make them. Because This is going to sound crazy off the wall. It serves